Oh, wow. Crying tiger beef. What do you think crying tiger beef means? Oh, that fat on there. I was trying to think. Oh, that's spicy. That is spicy. That is a very, oh. I think it's the first Thai food that I don't like.
I came to Thailand for the Muay Thai, but I stayed for everything else. The food, the people, the pace, which is somehow fast and slow at the same time. One minute you're eating street food on a tiny plastic chair for $1, the next you're sweating your soul out in the brutal heat or zipping in and out of busy traffic on the back of a moped. So for the next few months, I'm traveling the entire country. Mountains, islands, small towns, chasing good food, better stories, and the kind of workouts that earn you respect from the locals, and maybe a second bowl of noodles. No plan, no filters, no fake smiles, just real life, and I'm bringing you with me. So subscribe and come along for the ride. This is Food, Fitness, and Fisticuffs, Thailand edition.
All right. Phone, wallet, passport, laptop, camera, Wi-Fi hotspot. I think I got everything. This is everything I own pretty much right here. So that is it for the Songkhla province in southern Thailand. That's it for Hat Yai, this awesome, quiet, slow-paced, chill little town. So we're off to the next province just north of here called Trang. We're gonna be there for a few days. We're gonna be training some Muay Thai. We're gonna be trying the local cuisine, and we're gonna try and get to a beach. But today, I'm at the bus station. The bus will take about 3 hours to get there. Buses here are always very interesting. Sometimes they have a bathroom, sometimes they don't. Sometimes the AC works, sometimes the AC doesn't. It's tight headquarters, especially for a guy my size, but it's all part of the experience. We're not complaining. We're just enjoying life, and we're getting the experience of traveling the entire country of Thailand, basically on a budget. Cheap buses, cheap trains. It's gonna be amazing. So let's go check out what the city and province of Trang has to offer. All right, so let's check out this bus. This, by the way, was only $3 for about a 3-hour trip. There is a moped in it, and it looks like the moped is blocking the toilet. So that could get interesting if you really have to go, especially if you have something like traveler's diarrhea, which I don't.
Move, bitch!
But this bus is decent. The AC is working. Headquarters are a little tight, but look, people here are a lot smaller than most Americans. So anyway, I'm gonna sit here for a while and try and get some sleep because I'm pretty tired, because traveling, it takes a lot out of you. Even if you sleep well, your circadian rhythm is off, you're eating different foods, you're doing different things, you're pretty active. So hopefully I can catch some sleep here and wake up in our next destination, Trang, Thailand. All right, so this is our hotel room in Trang. It's pretty nice. It's nice and clean. It's a nice bathroom. Oh, you gotta put the key card in here to get electricity. Yes. Bathroom's decent. Decent size. It's got a little fridge, so I can keep food here. So I haven't had a fridge for over a week now. I haven't had a fridge for almost 10 days now. So that is awesome. The bed's a good size. It's got AC, it's got Wi-Fi, and it's got a decent view. Even a little balcony we can go out on. Check this out. Oh, nice. Well, I, for one, am excited for this room, and here's the deal. Again, this is only about $9 a night. $9 a night for AC, Wi-Fi, a little fridge, and a decent bathroom, a decent sized place. And just a little pro tip, if you're traveling in Thailand, this happens in other countries too, but when you get these key cards, you have to put the key card in there for electricity. But if you're like me and you need the internet while you're gone, perhaps to upload and download video files, or you just want to keep the AC on to keep it nice and cool for when you get back from walking around in the heat, you can just take the key ring off of the card and leave that in there. Anyway, I'm gonna chill out for a little bit, probably go to the grocery store, get a little bit more protein because I'm really low. I've probably only had about 60 grams of protein today and it is almost 5 o'clock. So we'll go do that and then see what else we can get up to. So what you find pretty much all over Thailand are these little shops and restaurants pretty much everywhere, all kinds of different little services. It might be laundry, it might be a barber shop, it might be a regular shop, a restaurant. And these aren't just people's places of work. Most of the time they actually live there. So the shop itself is also served as their living room, and you'll go into these places, you'll see a little bed right behind the counter sometimes. So they're hard workers. They're working all day. They're living where they work and they work where they live. Hey, what's up? So we're gonna head downtown, which is just around the corner here. There's a night market. And I'm on a quest for more protein because, like I said, it has been difficult. This kid wants to say hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Do you have channel?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, wow. YouTube or what?
Yeah.
David.
Sure. Okay. He wants to subscribe. There you go.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you very much. Yeah. And you should do the same. Anyway, I forget what I was saying there. I think I was saying we're gonna get more protein and that's what we're gonna do. It's also Halloween today. I just realized that as I was waking up from my nap. It's Halloween, so it's not very widely celebrated in Thailand. So I don't expect to see much Halloween stuff going on, but I certainly do. And what I really like about these small towns is no matter where you go, you've got everything you pretty much need. There's a pharmacy, there's a 7-Eleven. 7-Elevens are huge here, by the way, and they're actually really good. They have great coffee, and they have meals even. If you're on a budget, you can get meals at 7-Eleven for about $1. Don't expect them to be fantastic or big, but you can eat fairly healthy and very cheaply in Thailand at 7-Eleven. So anywhere you go, there's basically a little shop waiting for you. A coffee shop, a health and wellness shop, a regular mom and pop shop, electronic shop, pharmacies, restaurants, everything you need, snack stalls, right here. So we're just coming up at a train station market. It's a night market and I believe it just opened, so let's go have a poke around and see what we can find there. So the food is a little bit different here, and here in Trang, apparently they are known for having something called muayang, which is just grilled pork, but they do it in a different way. The difficulty is that the Muslim population down here is larger than other places in Thailand. So I want to ask some places if they have it, but I'm not sure if they're Muslim and if that would offend them or not. You can usually tell they have the kind of scarf or whatever on their head. It's not a burqa, but something over their face and their hair a little bit. But yeah, let's see if we can find that first, because that'll be the simplest thing we can eat, the quickest protein fix. There's maybe three other dishes I want to try while I'm here that are specific to Trang and the south of Thailand. One thing,ครับ ขอมูเพิ่มอีกหน่อยได้ไหมครับ ขอมูเพิ่มอีกหน่อยได้ไหมครับ
ขออะไรเอ่ย
อีกหน่อย
พริกนิดหน่อยโอ
ใช่
เค
ครับใช่ครับครับครับ
น่า
Okay, so she takes the pork skewers and then puts them in the pestle and mortar and mixes it with this thing, which is I believe is a dessert. So this is going to be a sweet and savory and spicy kind of dessert, because I've been seeing she's been putting chili oil, lemon juice,
โอ้ยตอน
and some other spicy onions in there. This is going to be interesting. This is specific to this area. ขอโทษครับขอหมูเพิ่มอีกหน่อยได้ไหมครับครับครับหมู
อ๋อเพิ่ม
ใช่ครับผมกินโปรตีนเยอะ
โอเค
Okay, I think I finally said it right.
อันนี้เป็นจุดไฟ
Alright, so clearly a fairly popular place because a lot of people just went there and ordered while I was waiting for mine. So I'm gonna try and find a place I can maybe sit down or prop the camera up at least. It's getting kind of, oh, there's a table. Awesome. You know, food just tastes better when you're sitting on a tiny plastic stool somewhere. So this is an interesting dish. I haven't tasted it yet, but it's called pukao. And clearly it's a grilled pork with peanuts, some ginger, red onion. I think she put lime juice in it. Oh, wow. Okay, I think I know what this is. So in Thailand, they have this fermented pork, which used to be a dish for royalty 100 plus years ago. And that's where they take minced pork and wrap it in a banana leaf and leave it out in the sun to basically kind of ferment and turn into a gelatinous, cheesy-like consistency with a ton of probiotics. Sounds disgusting, but it's actually really good. I've had it a couple times since I've been here, and I remember having it last time I was here. So she's gone ahead and grilled that and then mixed it with all these other ingredients. Now you get this bag of greens. I don't know what else or what kind of greens this is. Just some sort of leaf and some cabbage. I'm just gonna put that on the top there. But this is actually really good. So it's kind of sour, kind of sweet, kind of savory, kind of spicy. Again, Thailand never misses. You get all the flavors in one. Every bite tastes a little different. Every bite kind of wakens up a different part of the palate. And this was $2. This is definitely worth it. This is awesome. Pukao. Well, that was fantastic. It's one of those foods that makes you want more. Speaking of more, I definitely need more protein because that probably only had about 20 grams of it in there. I did see a lady selling some very good looking beef skewers over there. So I'm gonna go hunt those down. Crying tiger beef. Try crying tiger beef. Ao song kap. Chai. And then ancient taste beef. Mala beef. The ao mala. Song kap. Kap kap. All right, let's walk around, testing out crying tiger beef, whatever that means.
What the hell?
I don't know. What could that mean? What does crying tiger beef mean? Let me know down in the comments what you think that means. I was trying to oh, that's spicy. That's spicy. I was trying to think of something funny, but I can't right now. What do you think crying tiger beef means? Oh, that fat on there. I haven't eaten much today, so I definitely need some extra calories. That's good. This one looks the same, but it's gonna have different flavor. That one's sweeter, not spicy. Very good. Man, these beef skewers, every time I get beef skewers here, they're just fantastic. Okay. I say we go get maybe more food, maybe a dessert, maybe food and then a dessert. Why not both? Lovely. By the way, I'm the only foreigner here, or at least the only white guy. So first of all, you always want to behave with respect, be respectful, especially if you're the only like white person somewhere. You stand out. You look like me, you stand out even more. And you do something disrespectful, it's not that cool. But here's something that keeps happening to me. I keep saying or doing something wrong, like try and walk into the bathroom, into the women's bathroom by accident. Am I even on the right side? Oh, I'm the wrong one, huh? I totally walked into the women's one. Sorry. Oh. It's 6 o'clock, which means everyone stops and listens to the national anthem. And everyone starts moving again. So that's a really interesting thing here. 8 o'clock every morning and 6 o'clock every evening, they play either the national anthem or the royal national anthem, which is a little bit different. Everyone stops what they're doing, hands to their side, and typically they look to the nearest flag. Anyhow, I forgot what I was saying because I'm glad I got that on camera. Probably something about food. ดีครับลีแกงเหลืองไหมครับแกงส้มโอเคเอาหนึ่งครับปลาปลาโอเคไก่ไก่โอเคไก่เอาไหมอันนี้แบบอันนี้ไก่โอเคอันนี้ไก่ครับกับไก่ครับอันนี้ได้ใช่
โอเคนี่ค่ะ
เท่าไรครับ100
What the hell is that thing?
Okay, so this is a local thing. It's like a yellow kind of curry, and it's got a very fishy smell and flavor. And this is apparently fish spawn, is what Google Translate says. So I don't know what that means. Like a baby fish, because it's clearly not an egg. Maybe it's like an embryo. I don't know. That is a very, oh hell no! I think it's the first Thai food that I don't like. What? Yeah, that's definitely the first Thai food I do not like, and I'm not gonna eat it. I'm gonna throw it away because I feel like I probably get kind of sick from that. Yeah. Okay, so that was literally the first Thai food I've ever had that was horrible. It was really bad. Very overly fishy and just tasted like I'd probably get food poisoning, honestly. I mean, I'm even a little worried about the tiny taste I just had. So anyway, I'm gonna get something that's called kanamkrok. It's a Swedish kind of dessert thing. Sweetish, not Swedish. And people eat it for breakfast fairly often, and it's right here. So it turns out this is actually like a crab cake cupcake. It's a little doughy, fried, and crab in the middle. Apparently people eat it for breakfast a lot. Let's give it a try. Yeah, it is sweet on the outside, and it's got savory crab meat on the inside, and it costs 30 cents. This thing's awesome. The dough is almost like a donut consistency, lightly fried, but cooked all the way through and very soft. A big chunk of crab meat in the middle. Huh. So this market right here is actually right at the train station, a fully functional train station with kids hanging out on the train tracks, which probably isn't too smart, but that's pretty cool. Trang is a city of about 60,000 people. So if you're from a surrounding area and you want to come get more goods or maybe just have a night out, you can come to the train station, take a train here, and literally walk 50 feet and do your shopping and then go back home. Pretty convenient for the locals. Close your shop windows, lay on your bed, sit in your rocking chair, watch TV. Seems like a pretty chill life, honestly. I don't want to stick the camera in there too much because it's their living space, but it's also their shop that you can just walk into when the gates aren't closed. So anyway, I had an interesting conversation last night with a Thai gentleman. His English was about as good as my Thai, so we got there. But anyhow, he was saying that he thinks that in the States, but more especially in places like Japan and China and Singapore and Korea, these very developed countries where there's this kind of strong societal pressure to build wealth. And for example, in Japan, they wear suits all day, even in the summer, and then they kind of have to go out drinking and socialize with their co-workers after work, and they rarely get home. And it's just a massive pressure for these people, all in the name and the sake and the pursuit of money and wealth. And he said that he feels like they think that they're civilized, but they're not, because they're trapped and they're not happy. Whereas in Thailand, they don't have a lot of wealth. I mean, most of the people here really don't have much money at all, but they're happier because there's not so much stress, and they have the family unit, which is a really strong unit here. It's very important to be around and live with your family here. So really interesting perspective. And I have to say, most countries I've been to, this is the 45th country. Malaysia the other day was the 40th. I've been to 46 countries now. Most places that don't have a lot of money or a very strong economy, most places, those people are pretty happy with not having much, as long as they can get by, not be stressed, and be with friends and family. Man, I am really glad that I didn't eat all of that fish thing for you guys, trying to impress everyone. I feel like I would have gotten very sick very quickly. All I had was a tablespoon to taste the broth or the sauce or whatever it was, and then a little nibble of that fish spawn, which was absolutely disgusting, and I'm still burping it up. It was a couple hours ago, and I still got that taste in my mouth. It's just horrible. Not worth getting sick over, especially when you're traveling. Like, food poisoning is never good, but when you're traveling, you got to take buses and trains and they don't have a bathroom on them, or you're just in the middle of nowhere and you don't know what's going to happen. Not a good scenario, and it's happened to me before. Not in Thailand though. So anyhow, I'm going to call it a night. I've been very tired all day, and we've got a long day tomorrow. We're going to try and get into some Muay Thai. I got a few gyms scoped out. I don't know if they're keen on me filming or not, so we'll see what happens, and I will see you in the morning.
The next Melbourne.
Oh man, I slept for like 9 hours. Must have needed that. Well, let's go check out a little bit more of this southern Thai town. It's not a city. And check out that Muay Thai gym. So we've just walked through a morning market. So last night we're obviously at a night market, and this is where a lot of people come to maybe buy food for dinner later, or maybe even bring to their restaurant. But I felt like it was a good chance to show you some of the really old architecture here. More wooden buildings, and they've got like wooden shutters, wooden shutters on their buildings there. It's just, it doesn't look like the rest of Thailand. That might be Portuguese influence, I'm not sure, but it's just interesting. I've never really seen that elsewhere in Thailand. You've got some pretty strong smells here. Not terrible, it's just like, smells like fresh fish or fresh meat being butchered and cut. So somebody's mother will probably come here and buy fish or meat, produce, just in preparation to cook for her family later this evening. Ooh. Let's take a look inside. Sawadee. Gung mai? Gung, okay. So you have like your dried shrimp and chilies everywhere here. These are really good, by the way. All sorts of various chilies. I mean, look at all this dried shrimp. Look at all that. More dried fish here. It's a whole fish right there. Sawadee. Well, we're not gonna make the same mistake I made at Klong Toi Market, eating random dried fish, because the locals freaked out and told me not to eat it. I made a mistake there. I saw something that looked kind of interesting, started eating it, and the locals were like, don't eat it. If you haven't seen that episode, you should go check it out. Sawadee. Lots of fresh fruit and veggies. The gentleman smoking while Sawadee. A lot of people don't have these like jobs where they go to an office or just somewhere where they work. It's just their business. There's a lot of, I mean, I'd say most Thai people have their own little businesses, and they might not thrive, but they definitely survive off of what they make. I think that's going to be the ingredients for mugrop, the crispy pork. I also did an episode on that stuff. It's crispy pork. That stuff. It might not look great, but it actually really is good.
Strong man.
Strong man. แข็งแรง
ใช่
คุณแข็งแรง
you come from
America
how old are you
44
โอ้
yeah คุณอายุเท่าไหรครับ 53 oh 53-year-old complimenting me on my muscles. He's got muscles too. Yeah, look at that.
นั่งเล่นใต้เฟซเล่นใต้เฟซ
แข็งแรงคุณชื่ออะไรครับ
จูอี้
กรูวีอีธานยินดีที่ได้รู้จักครับ
เดือนหน้าไปพัทยา
ไปเที่ยวโอเค
ไปเพาะกาย
โอเค
ขึ้นเวทีโชว์
โอเคโอเค
อีทไลท์
rice yeah กินข้าว
กินอะไรยัง
เดี๋ยวกินกับไม่หิวขอบคุณครับ
ครับ
โอเค
ดีครับ
So very friendly people. Man, this place just keeps going on and on. It's funny because there's a question, a saying that you'll hear a lot in Thai language is gin kao, and it literally translates to have you eaten rice yet? And what they mean is, you know, it's a way to ask if you're happy, but also if you've eaten yet. You see, Thais have rice or a rice type of product like rice noodles with pretty much every meal. I mean, I think they can't fathom eating without rice. Anytime I've ordered food without rice, if I've been on like a lower carb meal or something, they're like, you didn't get rice with it, and they're kind of confused. So it just goes to show. But it is interesting if you want to ask if you're satisfied or happy, they'll ask, have you eaten rice yet? It's just a way to ask, like, are you okay? Very funny. All right, so enough of this market. Let's go walk around, see what else we can find, and then go see if the Muay Thai gym is open. So these types of buildings here, these wooden ones, these are going to be your more traditional style Thai buildings, really old. I don't know how old that is. I don't know what it is, but a lot of them, you can tell they're not being used that much anymore. So it might be a shame, but they might get knocked down at some point. So this is most likely going to be a hostel, but for 200 baht, which is $6, you can get a room or at least a bed for the evening. So if you plan on coming to Thailand and you don't have a lot of money, I always tell people, look, the most expensive part of your trip to Thailand is going to be the flight. I did a whole episode on how you can eat all day, pretty much like a king, for 10 bucks. And you can do it even cheaper if you're outside of Bangkok. So if you've got a $6 hotel and you've got maybe $8 a day to budget on food, you're looking at $14 a day to have a great experience. I mean, come on, you can afford that. So here's a map. We just came from this area and we're now around here. And in a couple of days, we're going over to this island, Koh Lanta. Then we're probably gonna go around Krabi and Phuket. And we'll go up through some national parks here to Surat Thani. And then we're gonna go to an island over here called Koh Payam. And then we're gonna go all the way up here that's not on the map to a place Hua Hin. Look at these places. And after Hua Hin, we're gonna go to Kanchanaburi, maybe Ayutthaya, Sukhothai, all the way up to Chiang Mai, to Chiang Rai, Pai, some other places up there in the north. We're gonna go over to Isan, to Udon Thani, Khon Kaen, Buriram. Then we're gonna go down towards Pattaya. I don't know if I'm gonna stop in Pattaya. Doesn't seem like a very appealing place to me. But we're gonna go down to Rayong, to the other side of the country, bordered with Cambodia, and then work our way back to Bangkok. So I expect this trip to take about 3 to 4 months, maybe a little longer. If I have time, I can work online, no rush. If I really like a spot, I'll probably just hang out somewhere for a little bit longer, get a little bit more work done, chill out for a little bit, and then move on. So I'd say 3 or 4 months. Check out these old tuk-tuks. So as always, make sure you have subscribed to the channel, like this video, leave a comment down below, and come along with me on this journey throughout the entire country of Thailand, exploring food, interesting little towns, nature, training, and lifting. So a few little pro tips when you're training in Thailand is, one, pop into a 7-Eleven occasionally. You can just cool down. The heat does get to you, and you don't want to go into training feeling dehydrated or exhausted from the heat. Tip number 2 is you can get these cups of ice, and don't worry about the ice here. All the ice here is factory made with potable water, so it's not like Mexico or some other places where you can get sick from the ice. The ice is safe. Make sure you stock up on some ice water when you go into your training, and here's why. The likelihood of you feeling a little bit of heat exhaustion in the heat while you're training is quite high. So I like to dump a little bit on my head, on my chest, on my back and shoulders in between rounds when it's getting real hot. And of course, just drink cold water. Make sure you stock up on water. You've got plenty to go into your training, because not all gyms sell water, and you don't want to be there dehydrated, man. That sucks. And then lastly, usually, I'm not a big breakfast guy, so usually I'll have like a protein shake and a banana or something like that. I haven't eaten yet today. I had a protein shake earlier, but you want to go into your training on a light stomach, because you're moving around a lot. It's not like lifting weights where you can like knock out a heavy set and then rest for a few minutes. You're constantly moving for anywhere for 60 to 90, sometimes 120 minutes. Okay, you're constantly moving. So I usually drink Coke Zero, but before and after training, I drink regular Coke, because you need that sugar for performance and recovery. And I don't care what people say about sugar. Athletes fucking need sugar. So shut up, drink your Coca-Cola before your training, and enjoy life. สวัสดีครับ คุณว่างไหมครับ
ว่างครับว่าง
ว่าง
เอพอดเอพอด
บด
ไปไหนครับ
Trang Muay Thai Fight Gym.
Trang Muay Thai,
รู้ไหม
Trang Muay Thai. Rồi, Điệu ơi. Điệu.
Cao Rang Wang Mai.
โอเค
โอเคครับ
ปฏิบัติ
สวัสดีบ้านโอเคไปแล้วครับ
อ๋อเอาที่พี่อยู่Muay Thai.
This place looks awesome.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I found the crew through it. Yeah. Right. And nobody's here, so I'm gonna get a private lesson, which is actually really cool. Private lessons, if you train Muay Thai in Thailand, are very valuable, because they'll clean up your game, they'll find your flaws, and they don't have to pay attention to a whole class or their fighters. So this actually turned out to be really cool.
Okay.
All right, so we're all warmed up, and he's getting the belly pad and the pads out. So I assume that's what we're gonna be doing, hitting some pads. We just went over some basic revision of technique, which is always good. You always wanna work on footwork, light technique, no gloves, no power, just the flow of your strikes, your footwork, and your overall movement. And that's just what we did for about 15 minutes there didn't want to film it because honestly, people don't like seeing that stuff. But here's the thing, you always have to come back to the basics and drill, drill, drill. It's not the fun, sexy stuff. It's not the big, aggressive fighting stuff. Or when it comes to lifting weights, you need to practice your technique, your breathing, your bracing. Nobody really wants to see that on social media, but I'm telling you guys, it is the foundation of everything. So here's another little pro tip when you're training Muay Thai is get yourself these ankle socks. Look, these aren't just for ankle support, but when you're traveling a lot, you're going to gyms, sometimes the pads, they're beat up, they sting. I've even had little cuts on my feet from kicking them so hard. And most places clean them, but you just want to, I do this honestly to avoid infection and that really stingy feeling you get on the top of your shins and the top of your foot here. Because yeah, like I said, some of the pads are old, they're cracked. And you don't want to risk infection from kicking pads. Now it's just time to step off the mat and douse myself in ice water. Oh, it's just a good reset. Honestly, I learned this at Eminent Air Muay Thai, where Guru Falep does this. He gives you an ice water massage in between rounds, and I tell you, it totally rejuvenates you. You should definitely do it, especially when it's hot. I got hit. And went down. Ooh. Can feel my heart in my throat. Ooh. That is some tough training. That is some tough training, but it makes you tough. You just got to get tougher. Okay, thank you. Out. Out. Come on. Yeah. So this is Kru in his prime. ที่นี่อายุเท่าไหร่ครับที่นี่ใช่ไหมที่นี่46 ปี46 ปี 46วันนี้มี46 ปีไหม ใช่ Okay 46 years old today และที่นี่เท่าไหร่ตอนนี้ B เท่าไหร่ B ที่นี่ B ตอนนี้44 Okay Trang Muay Thai Fight Club ตั้งไฟมวยไทยยิมจังหวัดตรังครับผม If you're ever in Trang, you need to come see this guy. Really good teacher, really good crew. He spent a little bit of time with me just improving some techniques, and then we stepped it up and did pad work. ก็เยอะอยู่ก็มาเยอะอยู่ Okay, yeah, come a lot. Just train a lot. Okay, ขอบคุณครับ All right. What a wonderful experience. It's always a great way to connect with people. And it's a great way to find personal growth. Doing stuff that challenges you and makes you uncomfortable, doing hard stuff, and going through that together with somebody, whether they be guiding you through it or just doing it with somebody else. It's a great way to bond, it's a great way to grow. But anyway, that about wraps it up for this episode here in Trang, southern Thailand. I'm exhausted. My heart is still beating at 1,000,000 beats per minute. It's hot. And I've got to find a motorbike to take me back to the hotel in this scorching heat. It's November 1st, by the way, and it's still over 90 degrees here. So it's just getting into the high season for tourism. So if you ever want to come to Thailand, November till about February is usually the better weather. And then it's just way too hot or it's really raining. I actually don't mind the rainy season because it's a little cooler and it only rains for an hour or two in the afternoons. Anyhow, blah, 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 blah. We'll see you in the next episode when we're gonna go somewhere else in Thailand. We're probably gonna go to the beaches here in the Trang province, and then we're gonna make our way up to one of the islands where they have amazing Muay Thai, have a very good reputation, and beautiful beaches. So I'll see you in the next episode.